What is capacity? Capacity is the total amount of fluid that can be held in a container. It is the word we use when we are measuring liquids. We might say, what is the capacity of the liquid in that cup? To which an answer would be given in millilitres, or for a bigger container, litres. You can measure capacity by using measuring spoons or jugs. Capacity is measured in millilitres and litres. 1000 millilitres equals 1 litre. Can you put these in the correct order for the amounts that they hold, smallest to biggest? Pause the video whilst you do this. We measure smaller items like milk, Coca-Cola, baby's bottles in millilitres. We measure bigger things like fizzy pop, petrol and big tubs of water in litres. 1000 millilitres is equal to 1 litre. More than and less than and equals. Remember, the crocodile always eats the biggest number. Here are some examples I've given you in litres and millilitres.
Right, here we are. I've got some things together in my kitchen. So I've gathered a couple of jugs of coloured water or juice and lots of different equipment that I can fill. I'm going to pour 200 millilitres into this glass jug. That's about 200 millilitres. So you can see there, that is 200 millilitres. Now I'm going to use the same 200 millilitres to put in different containers. These three containers all hold 200 millilitres. Can you see by using different sizes and shapes of vessels that the amount looks different each time? So I've got a glass jug, a glass and a bottle. So first of all I'm going to fill this big jug. I'm hoping I've got enough liquid in here to be able to do this. So let's see. Oh. Right, that's full to the top. Let's see this one here. And let's fill the bottle. There it goes. Trickling in to fill it up to the top. Whoops. Okay. So there is my liquid. I'm going to have a go at emptying them out now to see which has got the most volume. So I'm going to measure in millilitres and litres. Right, I'm going to use this smaller glass jug to begin with, and I'm going to measure out how much is in the glass. So see if you can see the measurements on the side as I pour it in. There we are. That looks to me like it is about 250 millilitres. Right, let's pour that into a jug and let's check on how much our glass bottle contains. There it goes, glug, glug, glug. Is it all going to fit in? Still got some left. Do you think it's going to fit in? Fantastic. So that is half a litre, which is 500 millilitres. Okay, let's move that to one side. And our glass bottle. Now it's for the large jug. I've got a bigger jug here, but it's not as easy to read the measurements on the side. So I'll help you out with that in a minute. So here we go. Right, so this contains 1,700 millilitres. So there are 1,000 millilitres in 1 litre, so that's 1 litre and 700 millilitres. So 1 litre and 700 millilitres. Right, into this jug I am going to pour 200 millilitres of water, well, liquid. so you can see what it looks like. Okay. Right, that is 200 millilitres in that jug. If I were to pour the same 200 millilitres into this glass, do you think it would fill it, half fill it, or there would be too much? Let's have a look. Just about the right amount to fill up that glass. Now, if I were going to fill this bottle with the same amount of water, do you think it would half fill the bottle, 3/4 fill the bottle, or fill the bottle to the top? Let's have a go. There we go, it's about half filled the bottle. So in different things, in different vessels, the amount of liquid can look very different. Right, I've got 3 different glasses here. I'm going to fill them all with liquid and see which one holds the most. So I've got a tall one, a shorter one, and a medium-sized one. So which one do you think is going to hold the most liquid? Okay, keep that thought in your mind. Which one is going to hold the least amount of liquid? Keep that thought in your mind. Or are any of them going to be equal, so hold the same amount of liquid? Let's find out. So I'm going to fill them all with liquid to begin with. Here we go, here's my big glass jar of coloured water. I'm using coloured water because it's easier for you to be able to see through the clear glass. Here is my glass in the middle, my smaller glass, and here is my tall glass. Okay, so I'm going to put my measuring jug here again for you to look at. And first of all, I'm going to measure how much is in the pink medium size one. Okay, so I'm going to pour that liquid in. Oh, it's getting quite full. There we go. So you can see by the scales at the top here that it says there is half a litre. So half a litre is 500 millilitres. Okay, so that's half a litre in that one. 500 millilitres. Let's have a look at the one in the middle. Here we go. Oh, that has got, if you look at the scale again, 250 millilitres. So it has got less liquid than my pink glass. This was 500 millilitres and this is 250. So this is actually half of the amount that fits in this glass. Okay. Now let's have a look at the tall glass. Okay, ready? Oh, interesting. This only holds 450 millilitres. So it doesn't hold as much as this one. So this one holds more than this one. So if we were looking at our crocodile more than less than, the crocodile would eat this one because it contains 500 millilitres and this one contains 450 millilitres. If I were to look at this one and this one, my crocodile would be eating this one because this contains 450 millilitres and this one was only 250 millilitres. Okay, if I were to look at these two together, oops, these two together, my crocodile would eat this one because this was 500 millilitres and this one was only 250. Right, I've collected 4 pots and given them a rinse. Now 2 of these pots have the same amount of volume, so they hold the same amount of liquid. So if we were looking at our crocodile more than and less than, this one would be the equal sign. Okay, so just have a think about which 2 you think hold the same amount of liquid. I'm going to fill them all up. There we go. Right, let's get the measuring jug out and have a check. So this one has about 150 millilitres. This one has 200 millilitres, so they're not the same. This one has just about 150. And this one has got quite a lot more. Quite a lot more. This one has got 400 millilitres in. Okay. So these 2 actually hold the same amount of liquid. Now this one is wider and shorter, and this one is taller and thinner. So can you see that although they're not the same shape or size, they hold the same amount of liquid? Why don't you gather some things before they go into your recycling and give them a good wash and have a go at experimenting around the kitchen and see which of these things that you can find holds the most or the least, and write it down in millilitres and litres.